Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Marcella, also known as Faces by Marcella or Cella the MUA. This is my first makeup tutorial on my client. Her name is Tiara. So y'all, let's hop right into the video. So we're doing a natural everyday glam. So first we're starting off with moisturizing the skin and primer. So this is my skin prep. And a lot of people always ask me what moisturizer do I use, and I typically always use the 𝚗𝚘𝚑 moisturizing lotion. I like to use that for my clients that has dry skin. I don't too much use it on people that have oily skin, only because if I mix it with the primer, sometimes that can make their skin even more oily. So right now you see me going in with the primer, and this is the e.l.f. primer, the Hydro Grip. When doing brows, I like to take my time and do small light strokes because I don't want her brows to appear too dark and harsh. I hate harsh brows and I love to keep my client's natural shape. So right now I'm using a micro pencil that's just from the beauty supply in the color Smoke. I'll put the exact name in my comments. Now I'm taking my flat concealer brush with a concealer shade that is one shade lighter than my client's skin, and I'm using that to carve out her brows. So at this moment, guys, this is where I realized that my camera died and it's missing a scene. So basically what I did is I took a brown eyeshadow and I put that on her eyelid, and I used some black liner to line the eyes before putting on the lashes, and I applied the glue to the black liner and then I applied the lashes. I like to apply the glue to the lash line because that makes the lashes stay on the eyes longer. Going in with my NARS foundation, and I'm applying that all over the skin. I like to go in with 2 shades so I can get that perfect match. Typically I would mix it, but this time I just applied the darker shade to the lower parts of her face, and then in the center parts where she's more golden, I applied the lighter foundation. And make sure you watch as I blend it so it can come out to be the perfect skin complexion for her. I'm also using a foundation brush that is from Shein. Most of the brushes that are used in this video is from Shein as well. They have great brushes for very affordable prices. This brush is similar to the 𝚘𝚗𝚗𝚗 Instapop brush. So make sure y'all go get this brush because it's the perfect dude. Make sure when you're applying foundation, you're also bringing that foundation down to the neck, because you don't want to take photos in your two different shades. I know y'all see people like that. I hate that. So make sure you guys are going down on that neck to make sure everything is blending well. So now we're using my favorite concealer, well, one of my favorites. So this is the Too Faced concealer, and if you are a full coverage girly, this is the concealer for you, because it is super full coverage and it will definitely cover all of those dark marks or bags under your eyes. Anything that you want to cover on your face, it will cover it. So I am applying that under her eyes. I'm applying it to her nose, above her lip, and on her chin. Now you see me taking a little bit of that concealer that I applied to the forehead to kind of carve out the brows at the top. So now we're going to move on to blending in the concealer, my favorite part. So when it comes to blending in concealer, you're just going to pat, pat, pat until you can't pat no more, until it's down to your liking. And if it's ever a time you still feel like it's not blending enough, you're going to take your foundation brush and you're going to use that to help you blend in the edges a little bit more, so you won't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm adding on a concealer that's just a little tad bit lighter. And I know the nose contour concealer line is crooked, but don't worry. Trust the process because I'm going to fix it towards the end. So you see me going in with my foundation brush again, just making sure everything is all nice and blending in and there's no harsh lines, making sure everything is nice and seamless. And I'm also applying a setting powder as well so I can set those places as well. And I'm using a Laura Mercier setting powder. I believe this is in shade Deep. And I like to use the shade Deep on my darker tone clients. And the purpose of me setting these areas right now is so her face won't look greasy and I don't want it to look overly dewy, if you guys get what I'm saying. So I like for the face to look slightly matte and slightly dewy. Also, I'm not using the deep powder to set the entire face. I'm just using it to set all the spots that we put foundation in, not the places where we put the lighter concealers. So not her chin or under her eyes or her forehead and her nose area. So to finish carving out the brows, I'm taking her foundation and I'm using that to carve them out so she won't have a harsh line on top of her eyebrows. I do not like for my clients to have that halo brow look, so I like to use the foundation to carve out the brow, and I use a little bit of the concealer as mentioned before at the beginning of the brow just to add that sharp look. Now that we let that concealer sit for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and blend that out. And as you see, letting the concealer sit, it just adds that perfect coverage to the under eyes. It looks so smooth, and this is already without powder being added to set it. Now I'm going in with the Huda Beauty setting powder in shade Blondie. Guys, I really love this setting powder because it adds that filter-like look under the eyes. Like, it makes it so smooth. It makes sure the eyes do not crease. Like, I love it. Like, it looks like it's a filter, how smooth it makes the under eye. So if you don't have this powder, you need to go to Sephora and buy this powder immediately. Now, not later. But anyway, so I'm going to be applying this setting powder to all the spots that we added concealer. So we're going to apply that under her under eyes. We're going to apply that above her lip, and on her nose, and on her chin. And now you see me going in with my favorite bronzer by Juvia's Place. I believe this is Deep. And I'm using both of the shades. I like to mix the two. I'm using Juvia's Place blush in Volume 2 palette, and I'm using both of the shades as well. And next, you see me bringing back that deep Laura Mercier to just carve out that contour to make sure the face looks very snatched. So now you see me going in with this brown lip liner that's by Kiss. You can find this lip liner at your local beauty supply as well. And this color is a dupe of MAC's Chestnut. This is my go-to when I run out of MAC. Something quick and easy to find. So now I'm going in with NYX Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick, and I love using this color because it's very similar to the natural shade of her lips, and I believe that this color is perfect for an everyday lip, and it's just the perfect pink, and it looks real cute with some brown lip liner and gloss, which is what we're doing today. And when you're doing lips, to make sure it looks a little more cleaner, I like to take a brush and try to blend it in even more, just to get rid of those harsh lines. And now you see I'm going in with the Sephora face powder. I believe this is hazelnut, and I'm using that to blend in the powders because it's almost the same skin tone as her. And I'm dusting all the powder off with a little bit of that hazelnut product on it, just so I can ensure that she doesn't have any flashback. Now I'm taking the Fenty lip gloss and gloss bomb to add that perfect high shine to the lips. So now I'm going to smoke out that lash line with that brown color that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I think I forgot to mention that the palette that I used was the Makeup by Melissa palette. You're going to take that brown shade that's on that palette and you're going to smoke out that lash line just to get this look. And one more thing, this is the last step, is to add mascara to those bottom lashes, because bottom lashes does take the look to another level. So please don't forget this step. And this is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.